Alright guys, welcome to the first episode of the top 5 viewer submitted custom e-bike builds on the channel. If you guys like what you see and you want to submit your custom build, there's going to be a link down below in the video description. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so this first one is from Fortune. He's 22 years old and he's from Canada. In terms of the specs, it's a 72 volt system, 20 amp hour battery, and 3000 watt hub motor with a 45 amp controller. And this is all configured on an Enduro e-bike frame, which I have to say looks pretty cool. In terms of the top speed, he has it listed as 90 kilometers per hour so far. The thing that's really impressive to me is the range. He has it listed as 90 kilometers when riding aggressively. The total cost is around $3,500, and the main reason why he built a custom e-bike is because he's not interested in buying a car or getting a license yet. He's satisfied with his build and he does not plan on building another one in the future. So huge thanks for submitting your bike to the channel. The next one we have here is from Khalib Jenko. I severely apologize if I mispronounced that. He is age 28 and he's from Central Michigan. Now his custom bike build is actually almost identical to mine that I showed you guys in the beginning of the video. He has a 2000 watt hub motor, a 72 volt 20 amp hour battery. The top speed is around 40 miles an hour and the range is about 40 miles. The only difference between his kit and my kit is that he has it on 26-inch tires. It cost him $1,200. And he built this in order to travel back and forth to work. In terms of satisfaction, it's still a work in progress, which tends to be the case when you build a custom e-bike. And for the question, do you plan on building another e-bike in the future? He said yes. Moving on, the next one is from Bennan. He's 21 and he's from Fort Collins, Colorado. And this bike is super DIY, and I'm just gonna read his description on it. So build my e-bike with the Trek Marlin 4 frame, 2 hub motors, front and rear, both on independent systems that have their own batteries, throttles, one is thumb and one is twist, and speed controllers. He's still looking to add fenders, a better seat, a kickstand, and some larger tires. The motor is 1500 watts. He has a 20 amp hour battery for the front wheel and a 20 amp hour battery on the back wheel. In terms of voltage, the front one is 48 and the rear is 72. His top speed is around 35 miles an hour and he's hoping to increase that to 45 pretty soon. He's not sure about the max range, but he's guesstimating with this setup about 50 to 70 miles. In terms of cost, he already had the bike frame, so the pieces altogether only cost him about $900. And for why did you build a custom e-bike, he says, my friends both got Super 73s. I wanted to join without spending $3,000+. And I have to say, I can super relate to this. Once I got my e-bike, all of my friends folded and got e-bikes. And if you're looking to save money, building your own is a great option. Are you satisfied with the build? It's still a work in progress. And do you plan on building or buying another e-bike in the future? He said yes. Next up here, we have Roy Williams, 36, Charlotte, North Carolina. The thing that's special about his build is that he highly recommends a cycle analyst. Now, I had no idea what this even was. I looked it up and it does seem pretty cool. It's definitely not cheap, but it could definitely improve the overall system of your bike. The motor is 1200 watts with a peak of 4000. He has a pretty large 30 amp hour battery and it's a 52 volt system. His top speed is around 45 miles an hour and his range is around 80 miles, which is pretty epic. And here's a complete breakdown of the cost involved, but it still comes in at under $2,000 all in. And he built his bike during March of 2020 when nobody else was on the road. He's satisfied with his build and he does plan on buying or building another bike in the future. Okay, now the final bike I have for you guys is from KMTN Bike. He's 56 and he's from Illinois. And this build is super epic to me and something I might do to my own bike. So he originally built this with a mid-drive bbshd motor, but the thing that's special here is that he actually upgraded it with an ASI BAC 800 controller. Then he goes on to say he upgraded a second time to an ASI 855 controller. He matched it with a 72 volt battery at 15.6 amp hour capacity. And he noted here that with these upgrades, this mid-drive motor is a torque machine with a maximum speed of 45 miles an hour, depending on the gear. His max speed is yet to be determined. It is pretty expensive at over $4,000, so definitely keep that in mind. But I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of upgrading the stock Bafang mid-drive motor, because my only issue with this mid-drive motor is that the wattage is pretty low and it's not compatible with 72 volts. But when you upgrade the controller, all of a sudden all these limitations go away. He built it just to see if he could. He's very satisfied with it and he plans on building another one in the future. But that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, if you want to submit your build for the next episode, link is down below. Give the video a like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you guys in the next one.